When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. There will be enormous pull when you enter into the real world to be busy, always doing, always hustling and bustling. Have you contemplated the importance of stillness? Is being busy the same thing as being productive? The beginning is the most important part of the work. Goals are great. They give us a sense of accomplishment. They help establish a roadmap of the general trajectory of our lives, and hopefully that trajectory is onward and upward. However, do not be so obsessed with getting the pudding made that you forget to enjoy the process of making the pudding. Because most of life is the process. You spend way more time on the journey than you do at the final destination. Think of perfection like an asymptote. The journey towards it is infinite, but the destination can never be reached. If you're able to take that journey and enjoy it, knowing that there will always be endless room for improvement, then you'll be all right. If you still fool yourself into thinking the end point of perfection is something that exists and can be attained, I worry that you may miss the beautiful curve of a life well lived, never enjoying where you are in the moment, always wishing you were someplace, something, or someone else. And anytime you do something new, usually, inevitably, there's fear. Here's the thing I had to remind myself about fear. As a human being, it is my goal in life to become the best version of myself possible, which is ultimately, I believe, divine. If all of my life is comfortable and convenient, I rob myself of the opportunity to grow, to stretch, to expand. When I feel fear, as uncomfortable as it may be, I know I'm in the right place. Whether you're 22 or 42, never allow fear to keep you from expanding your definition of self. Another quote that changed my life. The quote is by Marianne Williamson, and it goes like this: "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and famous? Actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that people won't feel insecure around you. And when we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Do not be afraid to let your light shine. It is your birthright. It is your responsibility, because we grow together. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy of that room change? Better yet, have you ever been in a room and had someone walk into that space and you felt it shift for the better or for the worse? My mama always told me, when you visit someone else's house, leave things better than the way you found them. That way, you'll always be asked back. You want to be that person that changes the room for the better. You want to be that person that keeps getting asked back. You do that by turning on your light. You have an opportunity, a responsibility to leave this world better than how you found it. And you do that by being brilliant, by letting your light shine. And don't worry about anybody else's light. Don't try to compare yours to anyone else's. If you have found that thing, that purpose in life that gives you access to maximum enthusiasm, trust that. I'm not talking about a job. I'm not even talking about a career. I'm talking about a calling. I'm talking about that thing that forces the metaphorical lampshade from your soul and mandates that everyone wear sunglasses in your presence because you're just that damn bright. this is not a selfish act. Because now, those who fall within your sphere of influence know that what is possible for you is also possible for them. And when you see someone shining, hey, don't hate. Do not tear that individual down. Celebrate their success as if it were your own. Because whether you realize it or not, we rise and fall together. We spend so much time vilifying anyone that doesn't see the world through the same lens as ourselves. And I include myself amongst that group. The dark side of the force is incredibly appealing. When folks disagree with you, welcome the opportunity to further clarify your own position for yourself. It doesn't have to devolve into animus. And believe me, I say this as much for me as I do for you. Dialogue with those of differing perspectives helps us develop empathy. As an actor, I do not have to like every character I play. It helps, but it's not a necessity. But I do have to understand them, and I cannot judge them as I tell their story. The Daili Lama says, education is the proper way to promote compassion and tolerance in society. I remind myself of this frequently. Intolerance is still intolerance, even when it's for the intolerant. Don't give way to hating. Do not give anyone the power to rob you of your light. No one is an island unto themselves. We have all benefited from and been supported by the communities which have nourished us along the way. Our families, our friends, our teachers. The easiest way I can think of showing your appreciation for their investment in your human capital is by shining. Take your light and show us the way.